You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live. Next, featuring intimate and in-depth interviews with Black Hollywood's next edition of stars and influencers. Black Hollywood Live. Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, next.
Bring the beat in.
Oh, you know what happens when you bring the beat in? Yes,
you're on top, right?
Yeah, you're on top.
You're on top.
Welcome to another episode of Black Hollywood Live Next, where we tell you all the things you need to know about who's up and coming, who's next, what's going on next in the world. I'm one of your hosts, Megan Thomas, at Meg Scoop on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Periscope. And of course, I have my amazing co-hosts with me. Who are you guys?
Hey everyone, I'm Courtney Tesno. Keep in touch with me at Tesnos on Twitter and Instagram. And during the show, be sure to use that hashtag BHL Next.
Hey everybody, it's James Ward III. You can follow me across the board, Twitter and Instagram at James Ward III.
And always, we have amazing guests on this show, people you need to know. This episode is no different. We've got this talented, beautiful, amazing dancer, actress. You've seen her on Amazon Prime's Gordon McGivens' Life on Normal Street. Give it up for Chandler Kinney, you guys. Yay! Welcome to the show, Chandler.
Thank you.
You're so pretty.
Thank you.
How tall are you, by the way?
I'm about 5'7", almost 5'8".
So you're like model height.
Which we
say
heard,
that.
a little birdie, you just signed a contract.
I did.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to play a little icebreaker with you.
Okay.
It's a little game we like to call Guess That Dance. Now, you've been a dancer for how long?
12 years.
Okay, so you know dance styles pretty well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would
this
say
will be
so.
easy for you.
I hope so.
Right. Do you dance a lot with your friends? Are you like the go-to when people ask, like, how do we do this?
Yeah.
You ever been shy? You ever been
I
shy in the
guess.
Soul Train line?
You know, the funny thing about like being a dancer is like when you dance, like I dance 30 hours a week when I'm not filming it, or like if I don't have any auditions or anything.
Commitment.
So like if I go to a party, you can't like, you know, do like the half thing. You got to go like full out, like like pirouette, splits, you know.
Not on the dance floor, Chandler.
I know. And so then you're just like kind of awkward, like, okay, yeah, we're going to step and snap.
It's a little two-step.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Okay, well, let's get started. Now, this one is you should know this one. Everyone knows this is like hot right now. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, just listen for it. All right, go ahead.
Oh, it's Silento by, it's Silento.
Yes.
Watch me.
Yes! Good job! Look at you. Like, that was like easy. Do you know how to whip in Nene?
Yeah, you know, I can kind of.
Where?
Watch me, Nene.
Okay, you got it. All right.
There you go.
Try the next one. What do we have next, Courtney?
All right. You need to hear this one. Let's actually play this one before. It's old school. Old school.
Uh-oh, maybe before your time?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
It kind of goes like this.
Everyone.
Oh, the Macarena?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I know how to do this.
Okay, the
Yeah.
I feel old.
I that took me a moment. but
Right.
I got
That's
it.
an old one.
Let's get into this next one.
All right.
Uh-oh, let's go. Okay, they're pulling this one up. Let's see if you get this.
Oh, you
This
have
one's
to
a
get
little
this
harder.
one.
There's a couple of challenges on Facebook for this one.
Okay. Oh, I don't know this, but I know the song.
Right.
She knows it. She knows it.
We'll give you the point.
I don't know who sings it.
This is D-Lo. Bet you can't do it like me.
Okay. D-Lo.
Yeah, no, you got that though, because I didn't know the name either. I was like,
Right.
I know the dance.
Yeah.
It is a dance
They
game.
do a bunch of them in between,
Right.
like you said. They hit the quan. They do a bunch of other things. So
Yeah.
Right. All right, this one is. This kind of goes back some. This is like
Okay.
when I was your age.
All right.
Don't want to age
Don't
myself.
age yourself.
Don't want to age myself. But when I was your age, this was the one that was big.
Take it back now, y'all.
I don't know these names, but I know the dances.
she's a dancer.
It's
That's
the-
right.
You gotta get this one.
Left foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Cha-cha slide. Yeah.
Good job.
Of course I know the dance. Like, you just have to.
Right, you just
I mean,
listen to
it's
it.
a
Who
thing.
sings this? Am I stupid for asking that?
No, his name
you're
is
not at
Mr.
all.
C, the Slide Man. No one knows that. No one knows
No
that.
one knows that. It's just, and I think he even says like the Casper Slide part 2 at the
Yeah,
end.
so that's what I thought it was. I was like, it's a Casper Slide. No, it's called the Cha-Cha Slide.
All right, you cha-cha slide.
You got it. You got it.
Okay, this next one is actually a South Korean rapper. I'm gonna let you listen.
Side. Yeah.
What's the name of the song? The dance.
Gamma side.
There it is. You got
Yeah.
it. And for this last one here, it's you already got it in the bag. Let's go ahead and play. I know she got it.
Okay, while we're pulling that one up, this one is also big right now. This is not
Huge.
a, this is a current one.
Because I'm feeling myself. I don't know these names.
It's getting to
You
it.
you mentioned it earlier in the very first. You did the dance earlier.
I did?
He's saying it.
Yeah, it's the quad.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's the quad.
All these songs.
Okay, I have to give it up to you.
I know the songs. I just
Right.
like the singers and the.
No, you did amazing. That was
Thank
by
you.
I Love Memphis is his name, by the way. But who
I Love
knew
Memphis,
that?
okay.
No
No
one.
one
We didn't know
does.
that either.
We
You know
know
what I
the
mean?
chorus.
Okay, good.
But you
did-
still
I feel
got one
better.
up on me because I don't even know all the dances, so I'll tell you that now.
I know
know.
the
The fact that you know the
dances.
moves,
Yeah.
that's great.
Gross.
Yeah, we better learn that.
That was fun.
Let's get into some casting news, you guys. So did anybody see The Wiz live on
Yes.
TV?
I saw snippets.
I did not, but I really wanted to.
Okay, you have to catch it. It's
I know.
amazing.
It's re-airing on Saturday if
It
you
is.
want to catch
Oh,
it. It's also online
perfect.
at NBC.com. So
See, look at you knowing your stuff. Okay.
He knows what's up.
Well, with all of the musical stuff that's going on, it's apparently been such a big hit that all of the networks are following suit. So Fox has three new musicals coming up in this upcoming year. The first one's being Grease Live, which airs at the end of January. But there's another one that they just let us know about, and that's going to be called The Passion. It's a religious musical version of The Passion of the Christ. It's supposed to air on Palm Sunday, so March 16th, March 20th, 2016 on Fox. And Tyler Perry is going to be narrating it.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's major.
Yeah, it's major. And the reason why is because he is from New Orleans. And what they're going to do is it's not going to be on a sound stage. So it's not going to be on one stage like The Wiz was. But this musical is going to be around the city. So they're going to historic places in New Orleans and they're shooting this. So you get to see like real spots in New Orleans. Apparently it will become like Jerusalem. Who knew?
New Orleans,
Wow.
like Jerusalem.
New Orleans and Jerusalem.
That would be interesting to see.
Right, so you guys can catch that on Palm Sunday, which is March 20th, and then after that, Fox is actually doing a remake of the musical, The Rocky Horror Picture Show with Laverne Cox. So if you watch
Wow.
Orange is the New Black, she's on there. So yeah, it's got a lot of stuff going on. So
This one, I'm
Right.
excited. I'm really excited for the holidays. Have you already gone shopping for Christmas?
Yes, I have.
All right.
Christmas is my favorite all-time holiday. If you know me, you know I'm obsessed.
You're all in the spirit. I love
do you
it.
have
yeah.
an ugly Christmas sweater?
I do. I just picked one up. I did. It's red and like oversized and it has penguins on it and it's
Aw.
just
Your ugly Christmas sweater is cute.
I know.
it's
sounds-
cute
it sounds like
ugly.
it.
It's cute ugly.
Okay. Well, I was actually searching for some gift ideas, and I came across these really bizarre Christmas gifts where your grandmother's face could be on your underwear.
Oh my gosh!
Is
Look
that
at
not
this!
the
Look at
weirdest
this
thing?
picture behind you.
Check this out. These are actual gift ideas
my
where you
gosh.
can get printed photos of your family members on your underwear. And
I love
think
how it's the
that's
Golden Girls though. That's
so weird. That's so weird. And there
my
were a few
gosh.
other ones that were way too much for me, but Grandma was probably the classiest one.
was it.
So do you give it to your grandma or do you wear it?
I don't know.
I think it's grandma or like your mom would give it to you like
Yeah.
Chandler. Here's my picture on your underwear, honey.
Thanks, Mom.
I know.
Right.
And then I came across, I was looking up some stuff for, kids. And there's this new Barbie that they have coming out that's actually a spy Barbie. It's called Hello Barbie. Did you play with those growing up?
I did. I actually had a little collection. It was little, but
Wait, what's little? Like 5 or like
little's
20?
like 5.
Okay.
Okay.
5 or 6. Yeah.
So these new spy Barbies, I'm going to actually read what they're supposed to do. They're basically hacking into kids' toys, and what they're doing is they're using it as a way to get into suspects' home to get their audio, to figure out what people that are having like criminal offenses against them. They're using Barbie to get into your homes. I think that is like the ultimate. Like,
wait a minute.
So do they have to have a daughter?
Wait, so you just have to buy Barbie, the Hello Barbie.
Oh wait, so that's like, so the reason it's Wi-Fi is why? Like, why do they have a Wi-Fi Barbie?
So it picks up everything that your child is saying, what you're saying, so it has Wi-Fi connected to it, which I think is a complete intrusion of privacy. I don't know how many people are going to be buying this, but I thought.
But why would you need to spy on your like 5 or 8 or 10-year-old?
It's not to spy on your 10-year-old. It's to spy on you if you have a criminal offense or you're a suspect in a case.
So do you know if you're buying a spy Barbie or is it?
No.
Oh.
Wait, what?
No.
Oh my goodness!
I know.
This changes the game.
I know. So now I'm like, oh, maybe I don't need to get Barbie anymore because
That's illegal. Wow. You can't just like. You can't record
Old
people.
School Barbie
right?
wasn't in our privacy. Wasn't intruding on our privacy.
I know, right? You just sat there and went like this. You didn't have to worry about.
Play the imagination.
Right.
So yeah,
Oh my
that's a new
gosh.
one that I'm like, all right, that's taking it a little too far.
Oh wow, that's scary.
That's a new
That's
one.
scary.
Hello Barbie.
Hello,
No,
Barbie.
We don't want that Barbie. All right.
No.
So let's
Dampen the mood.
right. Let's talk about what's up in music. What's going on with these fresh beats, James?
Fresh beats. So I don't know, the release date for Chris Brown's Royalty album, which is named after his daughter, who, have you seen her? She is so
She's
precious.
so cute.
She's adorable.
I have not seen her.
Oh my goodness.
I need to get on social media and like look.
She's really cute.
She's adorable.
Oh my gosh, I
So
bet.
the release date has been pushed back. It is officially announced today. So it's called Royalty. It's an 18-track album. And actually, I have to say, I checked the whole thing out on Spotify, and it's actually really good.
Is it?
I didn't want to buy it. I literally was able to go from track 1 all the way to the end. And so the video we're going to check out today, he released 5 videos this week. So he's kind of pulling a Beyonce move.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Like, he's been releasing them off the jump.
Right,
and
right.
He released one this morning, but the one we're going to check out was released yesterday afternoon for his song Picture Me Rolling. Let's take a look.
All right.
So one thing that I like about this, it's really like New Year's Eve, kind of like he's got the Christmas trees in the background. It's very
Did he
house
sample
party.
something? It sounds
Yeah,
like
it's very
another
West Coast.
song. Yeah.
It has a nice beat to it.
Right.
No, I think, isn't there
has to
a
be
West Coast song called Picture Me Rolling? Like from like early hip hop 90s.
The whole
I think
beat,
that's what he,
the
like,
beat
took
alone
it
is
from.
very West Coast, which is
Yeah.
why I
Right.
took a liking to it being a West Coast boy. So it's
Are you a big Chris Brown fan?
His moves.
I kind of am. I'm not like a big but
Right.
I like his music. Yeah.
Do you like his dance moves?
He's a great dancer.
He's a good dancer.
Yeah.
The moves he's doing in this video are incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, the opening scene of this video, he had Scott Disick, which I could have done without, do like a little opening rant. But overall, the video is pretty cool,
Lord
pretty
Disick.
funny. I would love to have been on that set. And so overall, one song he has on the album is called K.
Just K.
K-A-E. Could you imagine who that's about?
Oh my gosh, it's about Karuchi, his ex-girlfriend. Oh.
And so he was on Big Boy in the Morning all week, each day doing an interview. And one thing that I was really grew akin to was that he said that after going to jail and after having royalty, it has completely changed his life.
You can tell.
You can tell.
Yeah.
And I mean, even the video, everything he's putting out, he's really working hard now, and he's really committed to a career and being more of a positive influence. And I think that's something I'm excited for the successes to come for him in this album.
Right. I'm almost
That's
like, why
awesome.
didn't you have kids sooner? I mean, you probably gotta, I'm not advocating like having kids early or anything, but I'm saying like he's been through a lot, so it's good to see that his life has been cleaned up with his daughter.
And the album is a good mix of, his Pillow Talk songs. It's got his top 40. It's got some
Right.
trap on there. It's got, it's a good mix of everything. I think it's really good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. Make sure you guys get that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about you, Chandler. You're stunning. So I know you grew up in Sacramento, right?
Yes, I did. I mean, not.
Well, you
I
were-
was born in Sacramento,
Right.
and then I moved out here when I was 1. So
Okay. What was it? Did you always know that you wanted to be a dancer?
not really. I mean, I started at a really young age, 3. But I just started taking classes at a local dance studio, and I just loved it. And from there, I just kept dancing, and each year I feel like I've improved a lot, and I've actually taken kind of a long break. I mean, I haven't danced since like April, actually, which is the longest I actually haven't danced, just because of filming. But,
Right.
So
What styles are you trained in?
I've trained in ballet, point, jazz, contemporary, hip hop.
Okay, so everything. Basically every
Right.
dance.
Flamenco.
Wow.
Dunham, Horton.
Wow.
Yeah,
You gotta have
it's-
some discipline to do those types of things.
Right.
Trust me, I gave up after 1 year at 8 years old.
What's your favorite to do at all those?
I mean, my 3 favorites, I don't have a favorite, but my 3 favorites would be ballet, jazz, or contemporary, and hip hop.
Is Missy Copeland an influence for you?
Yes, I actually got the opportunity to take a class with her, and
Wow.
she taught a class.
Wow.
She's amazing.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
She's
Right.
amazing. Like, she would just demonstrate one thing at the bar, and everyone's like, oh my
Right,
gosh.
right.
She's, yeah. As a dancer, she's like a huge influence and inspiration to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think as a dancer, it takes a lot of sacrifice, right? So I think you and your mother moving down here from Sacramento, that took a lot of, it was a big step on faith. You know, what kind of, you know, what other areas did dance help you with?
Well, it definitely helped me with discipline, because it does take a lot to be in class that long, and you have to pay attention. You have to learn about, you know, your body and like how it works, and you know, there's much more to dance than people, you know, give it credit
Yeah.
for. And also with time management, because I'm not just dancing, I'm acting, and then also I'm schooling, so it really helped me to like get everything under control and figure out how to really manage my time so I can do everything I really want to do.
Right.
And what, I guess, describe too, like what passion versus purpose means for you, or are they one and the same?
Passion versus
purpose.
Purpose. I don't know.
I guess
Like, what do you
see-
mean?
It could be one and the
The
same.
one and the same. I
Like,
mean,
what-
yeah, essentially. So you're passionate about dancing, you're passionate about acting in the arts, in philanthropy. Do you find yourself, you know, the bigger purpose in terms of what the influence you want to have in the world and on other people? Do you want to mentor people coming under you, kind of like Missy's doing with classes? Do you think that's a merge, or is one thing a passion and you find your purpose somewhere else?
I would say it's both, definitely, because it's something I love and I'm super passionate about. And also, if I can inspire other people while doing it, that's just a bonus.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, I heard that you had a black belt, so whoop!
I do.
Kick some butt.
Yeah.
Now, how has Taekwondo actually helped you in your different areas of dance?
So my main thing that I do in Taekwondo, I have a black belt, and with that I can compete. You can actually compete before that, but so I do forms, which is in the Taekwondo world known as Pumse, and that has given me, I mean, really dance has affected my martial arts more than the other way around, because with dance I have more coordination and control and balance, and that has really helped me in Pumse. So yeah, I mean, it's really great.
Oh my
I love
goodness,
when like
that's-
the things that I do kind of like bleed into each other. So I'm like, oh, you know, from Taekwondo I can, you know, be more fierce in my dance. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever like said, "Hey, I know black belt. Like, I'm a black belt. I know how to karate chop. I know how to do all these." Have you ever used that to your advantage?
No. But I really
I feel like I would tell people that all the time. Like, "Hey, I have a black belt."
Like, you're talking to a black belt?
Yes.
No,
who you're
I've never
talking to.
really used
Have
that.
you? Do you ever have to like in Taekwondo? Do you ever have to spar with someone?
Yes. To get your black belt, there's, you know, a whole test that you have to go through, and there's a lot of aspects and different parts to it, and one of the things is sparring.
Is that scary?
Yes, because it's contact. You're kicking each other. You have the
Right.
gear, which is nice because
Yeah.
for obvious reasons.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of my friends compete in sparring.
Okay.
My mom doesn't want me to compete in sparring because she doesn't want me to get like a black eye, or, you know, because also acting. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of hard to cover up a black eye, you know.
Right.
You know.
But I prefer forms, honestly. But yes,
Okay.
I do have to spar, and yes, it's scary.
Oh, you guys watch out. Because
Watch
she's a
out.
black belt.
Yeah.
You've done so much like with dance and with
Right.
Taekwondo. Was this something that you went to your mom and said, "Mom, I want to do this," or did mom have a little influence in those areas?
It's something that I've wanted to do. I mean, she introduced dance to me because she was a dancer.
Awesome.
And I was 3 years old, but so I mean, I wasn't like I want to dance, because I didn't even know what dance classes were. And so she took me to dance classes, but it's definitely been me who's like, okay, let's go. Let's keep doing classes. Let's,
Right.
And then with Taekwondo, I have 2 older brothers, and they started before me. And I'm a very competitive person. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do Taekwondo.
Wow.
And so it started, more just for fun and to spend more time with my brothers, too. And then it really turned into something that I loved.
Oh, that's good. And I know you've danced with Debbie Allen and her dance company, which is amazing.
Yeah.
What was it like
amazing.
to dance with her?
It was amazing. She is such a strong and powerful woman. She, just working with her, taking classes with her is insane. It's hard for me to describe, because she's just her presence in the room. You're like, oh, wait, I think Debbie Allen's here. Oh, hi. But I mean, being at the academy was really awesome, and it gave me tons of discipline.
Right.
And I was really young too, so it really got me on the right track.
So I know that track included you becoming an actress. So how did that transition happen?
Let's see. So I started acting at around 8 or 9, and it actually happened through Debbie Allen. I just took classes there every day, and Gap, the clothes brand, they were doing a nationwide search for some kids to do a series of commercials, and they had gone through a large amount of kids, and they weren't really finding what they were looking for. So they called to Debbie Allen, and they're like, hey, can you send us some kids, just to audition, and we can see what you got. So I was one of the kids that she decided to let audition, and I went and I booked it, and I did 2 commercials and an online web thing.
Wow.
And then I was like, oh, I like being on set. I like, the cameras and, meeting people. And then I started acting, because I was like, oh, okay, this is something I like.
Right.
And I got a commercial agent, and he started sending me out, and then it just kind of blossomed from there.
Right. And so I know you said a lot about you like being on set, right? So what is I would say for this year alone, because I know you've done a lot of stuff, what's been your favorite set so far?
Gordimer.
Has it?
Because I've been on that set a lot. Because just out of the 3 seasons that we've done, I have a total of, I think, 22 episodes. So that's 22 full weeks.
Right.
And so I know you mentioned you guys just wrapped yesterday, or you wrapped yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And so I know you said that's kind of a downer, but let's talk about what was one of your most fun moments on set?
One of my most fun moments on set, this episode is out. It's in the 2nd season. It's the 1st episode. And we had this huge water balloon fight.
Right.
And that was probably one of my favorite episodes out of season 2 that I filmed, because there were me and I think three other kids with me, and they just brought all the background kids, and they're like, okay, here's some water guns for you, here's a bucket of water balloons for you, and they just had them pelt us with water balloons. We got soaked, and it was cold. It was very cold. But it was just so much fun. That's one of my favorite memories. Yeah.
And then
that show's really fun too, by the way. I was just watching it, and before you know it, I had gone through 3 episodes, and I was like, oh, I probably need to go get back to work. It's a fun show. It's a really fun show.
Are we going to see any more seasons? You just said you wrapped, and it was a little sad, but do we know yet if we're going to have any more?
That's our series wrap. We have 2 seasons out right now, and our 3rd season will be out sometime in the new year.
Okay.
But then that's it.
Aww.
Yeah. So it was very emotional yesterday, and everyone was crying, but it was a bittersweet moment, because we were just all really happy and grateful to have such an amazing experience with people that we love and care about. So
right.
And I'm sure they're like family to you now.
Yes.
Yeah.
We spent so much time together, and they're like some of my best friends.
Do you guys hang out outside of set?
Yeah, we do. We hang
Okay.
out a lot.
That's good.
Yeah.
What's the hardest thing about being an actress?
The hardest thing about being an actress is probably auditions, because you got to deal with rejection, and
Right.
that's, you know, a hard thing to learn at first, because, you know, you go in and you do your best, and then sometimes they go well, sometimes they don't, and you got to deal with, you know, not getting the part sometimes,
Right.
which you definitely get used to. You have to get used to it. That's one of the hardest things.
Okay.
Just because, like, sometimes you're like, oh, I love this role, and you
Right.
really want it, but, you know, it's like a puzzle. It's a puzzle, and
Right.
you just have to fit the puzzle. That you're a puzzle piece, and you got to fit the puzzle. That's what I'm
Right.
trying to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so you mentioned earlier how your passion and purposes merge. So let's talk about your philanthropy. I mean, at 15 years old, you're 15, right?
Yes.
15 years old, you are doing amazing things to
Right.
help other
Thank you.
people. So the Chandler's Friends, right? Talk about
Yes.
that a little bit.
So I'm just starting it. It's basically, let me go back to where it began. My mom and I were making blankets. We just like buy fabric and we trim them and we fringe them, and we tie knots in them. And then you have a nice warm blanket. And we were sending them to a friend of ours in Missouri.
Okay.
And she's a foster mom. And so she's always like taking in new kids. And so we were like, we want to make this bigger. So actually just recently, this is what like I'm working on right now, or I was working on. We got the cast together and we were like, hey, we want to make blankets for, you know, some group of kids who needs them for the holidays. And so we just did that, and we're going to pass out the blankets in January, I believe. But then after that, I'm going to start working on Chandler's Friends, which is the blanket making, and giving them to kids who need them. You know, kids who come from like hard past or whatever it is, like just kids in need. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I'm really
Like
excited.
that, the fact that you even care about that. Most teenagers are like, "Oh no, I got to get my selfie game together,"
Right.
and you're sitting here making
Self-consumed.
blankets
Oh, yeah.
for children.
It's something I really enjoy, and I don't honestly know like where it came from. It just like when I first got a picture back from the kids that we sent to the foster children in Missouri, like I almost cried. I can't even explain it. It was so beautiful. It was just, you know, there was this little kid holding the blanket and beaming and so happy, and you don't realize that just like one blanket shows a kid that you care and like
Right.
someone cares. And I love it, and I'm really excited.
You have such a beautiful
You're so
spirit.
cute.
You have
Thank
such a beautiful
you.
spirit. Now, I actually found out that you actually have a pen pal in Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us, what are you writing to your pen pal? It's a part of Compassion International.
Yes. And I've been contacting her for a little over a year, maybe 2 years. I'm not good with time. But yeah, we write back and forth. And she tells me, you know, what's going on in her life, and I tell her, you know, like what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, I have 2 older brothers, and you know, like I go to school too, and we like talk about things that we have in common. Like even
Right.
if it's just food, she's like, I like bread. I'm like, me too. You know, and it's been really, really cool because we're here, like we don't get to see that side. We don't,
Right.
you know, a lot of people don't know about like other people around the world, and just to, you know, have a pen pal.
That's
The
cool.
fact that you still do that, and like we have the internet and all of those
Right.
things, that's what shocked me. I'm like, wow, you're still writing letters. And
You can
you're so
actually contact them,
sweet.
you know, through the internet. But I definitely prefer letters
That's awesome.
because, you know, you get to see their handwriting.
It's more
Yeah.
personable.
And
Yeah.
it's translated, and you get to see it, and it's
Oh,
amazing.
that's cool. Do you think you'll ever meet her?
I hope so. I
Right.
really, really want to. That would be amazing.
I know. Yeah, we got to set that up. We're going to Ethiopia. We're coming. Let's go. We're coming to Ethiopia. So you're super busy. How are you homeschooled, or how does the schooling work since you're on set a lot?
It's an independent school.
Okay.
Basically a homeschool. I go in once a week and meet with my teacher, and we just, you know, talk about my work, and I give him work, and he gives me more work.
Okay.
But that definitely works because then I can do everything I want to do.
Yeah.
So then do you go, because you obviously have homework and stuff to do, so do you literally, like when you have downtime on set, is that when you go do your work?
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as we're done filming a scene, they're like, go to school. And you're like, okay. And then, we get our work done that way.
How do you balance everything? Time with your friends, acting, dancing, school?
Yeah.
It's been hard. Definitely with like the filming of Gordimer, I've had to stop dance, which I'm sad about, and I want to see my friends again. Hi, friends. But now that the show's over, I'm probably gonna go dance again. And I've been doing Taekwondo here and there, but my main focus is Gordimer.
Right.
Was Gordimer.
Okay.
Still is.
Yeah, but just managing time my family helps a lot. I definitely would not be able to do what I do without my mom and my other brothers in college, but my brother who's still here, and it's been really great with their help.
Shout out to Mom who's in the building today.
And so you're obviously, and hands down, an extraordinary individual. And so what, on that note, like what would be to you, what is normal? What is normal to you since, you had a life on Normal Street for 3 seasons?
You mean my normal life? Like,
what does it mean to you? Like, I think with kids, what's normal? What's, people want to fit in, but what is normal to you?
I don't think there's a normal. I don't want to be normal. If there's a normal, I don't want to be. I think everyone is unique, and that's something that a lot of kids these days, I see it a lot. And they're like worried about like what other people think. Like, I want to fit in. Like, the cool thing is to, be yourself.
Right.
The cool thing is to be the one who's like, hey, look at her shoes. She's wearing neon green and we're all wearing, gray. Like, you want to stand out. And I don't think that being normal is like something that you should aim for. You should be yourself.
I feel like for you to know that at this age is just amazing. It takes a long time for people to realize just being their unique self is beautiful enough. So that's awesome that you know that already.
Thank you.
But I want to know, Miss Lady, what is something that you're itching to check off your list? Like if you had like a summer bucket list or anything that you want to do, what are you itching to do?
Ooh, that's
It can be long term.
Yeah, a goal or anything.
Besides going to meet your pen pal in Ethiopia.
Yeah, that's definitely one. Another like really big thing that I really want to do, and it would be extraordinary if I could do this, is do an action film. Because I love Marvel and like DC, and if I was like the next Black Widow in the Avengers, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that
like
would be
Zoe
cool.
Saldana. Have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes.
Gamora. She killed that movie.
Yes, she did. She really did.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to do when you're not working?
We know dance, but
besides dance or martial arts, hang at home and with my friends. I don't get to see my friends who aren't in the business a lot when I'm working, obviously. So hang out with friends and just.
What do you guys go do? Like, you go to the mall or like?
I
what's
actually
fun?
am not a huge mall person.
So what do you guys go do?
Sometimes we go to the movies. Love the movies, obviously. We hang out at my house a lot. Like, we just do random things. I have this one friend, and literally, like, every time she comes over, we either make, like, some kind of, like, cheesy music video or, like, a trailer. Like, on iMovie, they have this, like, trailer thing where you can, like, oh, it's gonna be like whatever movie, and you like just make your plot. It's so funny, but
do you do
wacky stuff like that.
Choreography?
Actually, I do make dance videos. I'm such a dork.
No, that's good.
But I love it. It's so
good.
much fun.
There's some music video out there floating on VHS of me dancing to Leah back in the day at home
man.
doing my dance.
I'm gonna
I've
look
been
that up.
watching
I'm gonna
you.
look that up, Megan.
It's on VHS, honey. You ain't gonna find it. You're not gonna find it. Okay, so you've done a lot of commercials, guest star roles, series, regular. What's next in the acting world for you?
Right now, I don't have like something in particular. I'm just gonna go back to the auditioning route.
Okay.
Woo-hoo. Get back out there.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really have anything lined up.
Is there anything outside of acting that you would like to do?
I love fashion.
Okay.
And that would definitely be something in my future when I get older, probably like 20 at least. That's one of my other dreams. Like, you had to one of your goals. That's one of my goals, to like start a line. I would love to do that.
Like, what kind of clothes would it be?
I don't know. I mean,
Like
the thing about
shoes
me, it would probably be clothes, like dresses and shirts and pants. But the thing about me is like my fashion sense. I have a very wide variety of fashion. Sometimes I'll just be like super comfy, casual, and other times I'm like, oh, I'm going to the mall and I would like to wear a skirt and high heels, and like it depends. And sometimes I'm like wearing black, and then other times you'll see me like bright yellow and pink, and I just that's why I love fashion, because like
Right.
yeah. But yeah, fashion's awesome, and that would be something I'd love to do.
Awesome.
Well, I would love to have front row seats at your first runway show.
Yes.
I'm inviting you all.
Thank you. We'll be there. We'll be there.
Right.
So where can we find you on social media?
Chandler L. Kinney on Twitter and Instagram.
And before we get out of here, Chandler, what's one thing you want your fans to know about you?
About me?
Yes. Even if it's like a quote or something
Just a
special.
little piece of advice.
Oh, one of my favorite all-time quotes is "Shoot for the moon, and if you fall short, you'll land among the stars." That's what I meant to say. And that quote has helped me a lot, because sometimes when I'm down and I'm like, I feel, like I can't do it anymore, I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna shoot for the moon, and if I fall short, I'm gonna land among the stars, and I'm gonna be great. I just remember that, because that can help you through a lot of things. Yeah.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
Thank you
You
so much.
helped me, honey. You helped me right now, Chandler.
Rejuvenated.
Before we get out of here, where can we find you guys?
You guys keep in touch with me at Tesnos on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. I forgot to say that. And be sure to use that hashtag BHL next, because we want to hear what you thought about Miss Chandler.
Yes.
And again, you can find me at James Ward III, at James Ward III, across the board, all three as well, actually. Thanks for Snapchat. Forgot about that.
I know.
Okay, you can find me, Megan Thomas, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, at Meg Scoop, like scoop of ice cream. And make sure you guys tune into all of our shows on Black Hollywood Live. You can subscribe. There's a button right there below. And put your comments. Let us know if there's any other guests that you would like for us to see. And as always, use the hashtag BHL Next on Twitter. We love you guys. See you next week.
Bye.
From executives Kevin Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio, Instagram at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hollywood Redefined.
The views expressed